I was just consuming all of this food and I wouldn't stop. So I kept eating and I wasn't exercising, and my thyroid issues and my Zoloft. So put it all together, I gained 40 pounds in a year. Okay, hello. Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So a couple things. One, if you don't know who I am, hello. My name is Steffi. I am the Tiny Herbivore. I'm a lifestyle blogger and writer, and you can find me on Instagram at the Tiny Herbivore and Twitter at Le Tiny Herbivore if you're totally interested as to who I am. So today, first of all, second of all, the room is very echoey, and I do apologize for that. I'm still missing some furniture in my office that's gonna kind of like bring the noise down, which would be great. But this room has the best lighting and the coolest backdrop, so this is where we're recording. As you can see by the title, today we are gonna be talking about how I lost 40 plus pounds in a year. Before we get started, disclaimer. If you are watching this video and you are against intentional weight loss, exercising for weight loss, dieting, tracking your calories, your macros, just anything along the lines of intentionally trying to change your body, don't watch this video. Like, why are you watching this video? You can see the title, you can see what it is going to be about, which means you are now watching something that is going to be toxic to you. And I don't know why you're watching this. Really, you should just go away. You should just go watch something that's gonna make you feel good, make you feel happy and positive, because this is not gonna be the video for you. I'm gonna unapologetically explain everything. I have like no chill for anybody in the comments that are gonna come and try to attack me and my method of losing weight, because that's not what this is about. This is just about my experience. It's already done. The deed is done. Yelling at me and attacking me for how I did it is not going to change the fact that I did it. So don't try, basically. Really, again, just surround yourself with things that make you feel good. Don't watch this video if it's not gonna make you feel good and if it has nothing to do that aligns with your beliefs. Oh, another disclaimer, I am not a fitness professional, nutritionist, your doctor, your therapist. I am in none of these. I have no idea who you are or what your body is like or what your body needs. This is my personal experience losing weight and what I did to get there. This has nothing to do with what you should be doing and that this is the right way to lose weight, because it's probably not. There's so many different ways that you could do it. There's, you know, different things that work for different strokes for different folks, right? Last year, the day after Thanksgiving was when I was like, okay, this is too much. I reached my limit. This is as far as I want to get, and I need to get right back down to where I was, because that's when I felt myself. So here's like a before photo of what I looked like before I lost the weight, and a more recent photo of me of what I look like now. So before, after, or before and after, I don't know how the video is gonna switch it, but here's my before and after photos. Of 40-pound difference. And just for reference, I am 5'1" and 3/4. I like to say that I'm 5'2". So we're gonna start with exercise. When I first started, I was a year from not running. So I tried to get right back into it and I couldn't, obviously. So I slowed it down and I just focused on walking for a long time. I think I did that for about a month of just like some walking, and I did some strength training with James, who, if you don't know, is my boyfriend slash partner slash life partner, whatever you want to call him. He is my boyfriend and he's also a personal trainer. So I got really lucky. He would train me maybe like twice a week for a while, and I started to like kind of build a base again. You have to like start from the ground up. Once I started to build my aerobic base again and get a little bit stronger, I started to incorporate more mileage into my running. And I want to say, I'm going to be frank and say that the majority of my journey of working out and losing weight has been running, mostly because it's a hobby of mine. Hello? Running is my hobby. I love it. It's a passion of mine. It makes me very, very happy. I don't run fast. I don't run, like, I don't sprint. I don't do intervals. I don't train for anything. I just really like to run. And I think that was a huge bonus for me to be able to know that, like, okay, at least I like to do this. It wasn't something I was forcing myself to do, which is very important when you're going through a weight loss journey, is to know that, like, you're doing something that you like to do. This isn't about torturing yourself. This isn't about like making yourself miserable. This is about finding things that you like to do that are also beneficial to your health. So I really like to run. So I would run all the time. I would run, well, once I got into my aerobic base, I would start to run about 4 to 6 times a week. And I started to just bump up my mileage about 10%, I think. James will know the answer to this, but I think it was 10% of your weekly mileage is what you can increase every week. So every week I would increase a little bit more of my mileage, a little bit more of my runs, and I currently range between 4 miles to 10 miles, 11 being the most I do right now, because let me tell you, running more than 11 miles is like, I'm done. Even I like, okay, this is too much. For cross training, I would change it up every so often. So running is my main exercise, but I like to do different things and switch it up every so often because it's good for your body to do that. So the first thing that I would do is Pilates. I love, love, love to do Pilates and like be on a yoga mat and, you know, just get some sweat on. And that started to really increase my strength, my muscles, and my core, which was fantastic. I gained a very strong core from doing Pilates, which has been amazing. I would do Pilates and then I would switch it up and I would start going back to some gym strength training. So I'd do some free weights with the dumbbells, some of the machines, the TRX cable. I would start to kind of do that instead. And then I would do that for a little bit and I'd switch it up again. Currently, at this very moment, I am doing a mixture of running and yoga, which has been very intense for me. I used to be very flexible and very into yoga, and getting back into it really sparked something in me. It's put me in a great mood. It's made me feel like I can do anything again. And I'm also getting really flexible, which is great. So currently I've been doing yoga like 4 to 5 times a week, all different kinds of yoga. So I'll do like hot yoga, I'll do yoga bar, I'll do intermediate flows, and some other like crazy yoga classes. Whatever my like yoga studio has is what I do. Dieting. I followed a very simple method. The method that I use to lose weight is super simple. It is called calories in versus calories out. It's really simple, guys. All you have to do is eat less calories than you burn for the day. It could not be any more simple. You don't need a crash diet. You don't need to eat a certain amount of foods. You don't need to do low carb. You don't need to do this. You don't need to do that. You don't have to do keto. You don't have to do any of that. All you should do is focus on burning more than you consume. And scientifically, you will lose weight. Of course, there are inaccuracies. There always will be. So I follow my Fitbit. My Fitbit tells me how many calories I burn in a day. And it's probably wrong. It's probably not that much, and it's probably not that little. I could be burning more than it's saying. And I could be eating more than I think I am, or eating less than I think I am, because it could be just wrong on the packaging. So there's always room for inaccuracies, and that's fine. But what's important is that you follow a general guideline of calories in and calories out. Track your calories, make sure that you are eating the right amount of foods for your body and getting you to your goals. That's it. I really have nothing else to say about that. Just track your calories. You know, you don't have to track your macros if you don't want. I just track what I eat every single day. And some days are gonna be different than others. Some days I'm gonna eat like really low because I was just too busy to eat. I just didn't have the time. And some days I'm gonna be doing nothing all day and wanting to do nothing more than eat a bunch of Oreos, and I will. That's just it. I will, and I'll add that into my Fitness Pal, and it'll tell me how many calories I ate that day and how many calories I burned. Sometimes I'm in a deficit, sometimes I'm in a surplus. That's just life. If you're serious about losing weight, you know, try to be in a deficit all the time. But if you don't want to be so obsessive about it, then it's okay to have days where you're gonna be in a surplus. It'll just take you a little bit longer to get to your goals, but that's fine, because this should be a life journey, not just like, oh, I'm gonna do this and finish in 3 months kind of thing. So that is my little secret, my tea spill for you on how I lost 40 pounds. Again, just a quick recap for you guys. Exercise. I run 4 to 5 times a week. I do yoga 4 to 5 times a week, which I know sounds totally crazy, but trust me, it's fine. The yoga is not intense and the running is not intense, so I don't do intense workouts all the time. I do like to hike a lot with James on the weekends. That's always fun. Number 2, I think that's number 2. Calories in, calories out. Calorie deficit. It's that simple. Burn more than you eat. In fact, that should just be a quote that you hang up on your wall, because it's that simple. Burn more than you eat and you will lose weight. Time for our Q&A, because I got a few questions from you guys from Instagram that I want to answer. I want to try and go through them pretty quickly because, again, this video is so long. Oh my God. Question number 1 comes from Lizzie12002. How do you make time for exercising? Again, you schedule it. You schedule time for exercising. It's that simple. Just like you have to schedule time to go to work, like I've got to work at this time, you have to schedule time to exercise. You don't just wake up in the morning and think, maybe I'll run later today, we'll see. No, you need to say at 5:00 p.m. I'm gonna go work out. You have to schedule time to do this or you're never gonna do it, trust me. Question number 2 is from I Laugh at Jokes, which is a super cute name. Do you drink alcohol? If so, what do you drink? So I do drink alcohol, but not very much. I'm not a crazy drinker. I really like to drink beer, usually like ales and stuff like that. I used to really like stouts, but I think that they're not vegan. So I drink a lot of draft beer and wine. I really like wine as well, and champagne and cocktails. I really would drink anything, but I don't drink very often. So maybe like once a month. I don't drink very much. So that helps me, I think, a lot. Next question is from Jess Brill. I think I got that right. I don't know. What are your go-to meals and snacks? My go-to meals, obviously depends on what time it is. For breakfast, it's usually peanut butter oatmeal. For lunch, it's usually like wraps or tofu scramble as well, which I know is like a breakfast thing, but it doesn't matter when you eat it. Those are usually my go-tos, or I'll eat breakfast so late, I'll skip lunch and eat a big dinner. So, oh, and dinners are usually Buddha bowls or rice, beans, and potatoes, which is like, oh, the best. As for snacks, I don't snack. I'm not a snacker. I've never been a snacker. At least I don't snack to supplement food. I snack for fun, because fun is fun. So for snacks, like to eat because I want to, not because I need to, I really like Oreos. Okay, question number 4 comes from Splate98. What do you do when you have a craving for junk food and sweets? I eat it. I just eat it and track it and just make sure that I'm eating like a good amount. If I know that I'm gonna want to splurge later, I'll try to eat a little bit less during the day, which I know triggered, right? God forbid I don't eat a little bit during the day so that I can indulge later. It's okay to be that way for a day. So yeah, if I really am craving junk food or sweets, I will eat it. Okay, next question. Just eat some plants asks, what was my motivation to lose weight? My motivation was that I didn't fit in my clothes anymore, and that is a big deal. Like, yes, I could have bought new wardrobe, but for me, I own a lot of clothes. As you can see, I have a very nice sense of style, I like to think, personally. It's my own opinion on myself, but I couldn't fit into my fall fashion anymore, and that was really bad. Aside from that, I also had really horrible health issues, like in terms of like, I couldn't walk up the stairs without dying. I couldn't run, which was a huge thing for me. Like not being able to do the things that I loved was a huge reason why I was like, okay, I'm done. I no longer fit in my clothes, and also I can't run. So we need to stop here. Okay, next question comes from the_ams, I think. I would love to know all your tips on healthy eating. It's so hard for me to be consistent. So again, when it comes to calories in and calories out, it's not necessarily important to focus on healthy eating, which I know is like so taboo to even say, because you should absolutely eat healthy. But when you're tracking your calories, some days are gonna be better than others, you know? Eating healthier whole foods will give you more volume of food for the amount of calories that you want to eat that day. So if you want to eat 1,300 calories a day, you'll probably get more benefits from eating, you know, tofu scrambles and wraps and like rice and beans for the day, rather than eating one triple Whopper with cheese from Burger King for that one day. So they're like the same amount of calories, but I think this would be a great way, if you're thinking about tracking calories, to focus on eating healthy. It's kind of like a game, playing with, you know, what can I eat that will bring me more nutrients and more volume of food for the less calories. So that's really what I focus on a lot when it comes to healthy eating and being consistent. Again, it's totally fine to have slip-ups and want to eat junk. Like I eat just 2 days ago I had 4 Oreos at night, and you know, I'll eat peanut butter pretzel bites. Friday, I've already planned to eat like this huge bag of mini vegan corn dogs. Like, I plan to eat unhealthy food. I don't just eat healthy food. And I think having a balance of both is gonna help you stay a little bit more consistent. Next question. Oh, I didn't write down who wrote this. Oh, I'm sorry. Dang it. I'm using my phone to record, so I had to write it down. Has it been difficult to stick to your new routine? I can never for more than a few months. It's actually great that you said that last sentence, I can never for more than a few months, because you should change up your routine every few months, because your body will get used to it and you will get bored. Trust me. So every few months, I change my cross training exercise. So I run all the time, but every few months I'm like, maybe I'll do Pilates. Maybe I'll do some weight training. I'll take some classes now. So I like to switch it up. Okay, next question comes from InstaLeah3000. How do you run alone? I get nervous, especially on a trail, which is what I would love to do. I always bring a weapon with me. It's either a pocket knife or pepper spray. And I actually even hold sometimes the pepper spray in my hands, because it's just easier to have it already ready to go. And eventually you start to feel a little bit more safe. And the more you take the route, the more you'll be aware of it and the people that take it as well. So it kind of becomes like a little community of the same people. So the running trail that I take is pretty safe. I usually don't take anything with me, but I have the added luxury of one of the main streets being right next to the trail. So if something did happen, I could just sprint for my life towards oncoming traffic and die. Last question, which is not even a question, it was just very sweet, from Sonia A. Kihei. Not a question, I'm happy for you. Congrats, you look great. You're an inspiration. Thank you so much. That is so sweet. Again, thank you guys so much for asking questions. If you have any more questions or any way that you want to attack me, feel free to leave it down below in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, follow me on Instagram at The Tiny Herbivore and Twitter at Le Tiny Herbivore for some more personal updates on my life, and you get to kind of see the rest of my journey. And I also constantly post, you know, outfit photos, what I'm eating and what I'm doing for exercise that day. So if you're interested in any of that and you want to follow along, that is something you can do. You can also check out my blog, thetinyherbivore.com. Everything is going to be linked below in the description. So I hope you guys liked this video. I'm sorry it was so long. I hope I got to everyone's points. Hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching and being so kind and so sweet. And I hope that you didn't watch this video if you are against this, because that was probably all very triggering for you. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great day, great week, great month, great year. If I don't see you again, have a wonderful life. But I will see you guys, if you do watch my videos, next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.